Literally everything is on the line today. There are 6 games left of the league season and we sit 1 point clear. We still have to play both of our rivals again. All of that could be coming up in smoke, or we could be celebrating today. There's also the little matter of the Europa Conference League. 6 games in that as well, some of which will interfere with our season. SJK, though, do find themselves in the same problem. Oh, and there's a little factor of that 5-star youth intake that we're expecting. Buckle up. As always, if you have been enjoying the series, drop a like. That would be super duper very nice. Super duper very nice. There you go. Lovely set of words that definitely need to be put together. This, my friends, is going to be a big one. If we were actually able to come here to Finland in the first full season and actually be able to win the league. I know obviously FC Lahti were not supposed to be down where they were when we took them over, but needless to say, we are still the 3rd best side in this league according to the season preview and whatnot. So the fact that we put ourselves in this position so quickly is honestly a little bit astonishing, and I think really it's been down to the likes of Miguel Traore and Miller Afonso settling into this team so damn well and being able to find the likes of Mohamed Adams and Koulibaly, and also, not to mention, youngster Jone Kyräläinen, and maybe today we'll get himself a little friend that could be just as good, because we've got that 5-star rated youth intake. I've been let down before, but last year we were not let down. But more on that in a bit. Today, we start off away at TPS. They're right on the bubble as far as qualification for the championship group goes. But not only that, as you can see, HJK play SJK today. This right here could be a turning point, because I don't think that HJK are capable of winning this title. 12 points from us with 6 matches to go. Surely we'll pick up. That would literally mean we need to win 2 of our final 6 and we'll finish above HJK. They are really a non-issue. However, they could have a huge, huge sway in the fact that they will have to play against SJK twice more this season. 2 of SJK's final 6 matches are against HJK. If they beat them today and we win, we could go into those final 5 matches with a 4-point lead, and that could be huge. Now, obviously, we still have to play them both again as well, but that extra game today is going to be massive. And HJK, if you've ever loved me, which you don't, obviously, Ulrich, thinking of you, buddy, do us a favour. Now, we haven't had a huge amount of time between games, which means we are definitely going to have to rotate for this, which is concerning, particularly as it's both strikers. One thing we do have on our side, though, is coming in there is Vasanen and Ayu, who are a really capable pair of deputies for that role, especially now that we don't have to rely on that, the deep line 4 for corners, particularly as we now have Aluani Diop, who is just an absolute beast in the air. He's improved so much since he got here already, and that 6'6" frame is so good for defending, but it's also just outrageously good for those set pieces. He may only have 1, but I don't know. I think he's got another couple in him this season alone. Having thought about this, I'm going to put Kyräläinen in, even though he's knackered, because we've got an international break after this, which means that most of these players won't be playing any games during that, and as a result, it will give them a chance to rest up. We've got 16 days till our next game, I think. It might even be more than that. Just going to target a couple of the players that have played well for them this season. This seems to be really working nicely for us at the moment. But before that, I just wanted to quickly check in on a former player for you guys. Jesse Rakic, 35 years old. He finally has got the Australian caps that he deserves. 74 of them, in fact. Which is kind of nuts when you consider that I think at the age of like 25, 26, he didn't have any yet. So he's really been racking those caps up. He's had a major career, honestly. Since he left Tromsø in 2035, which was nearly 10 years ago now, for £4.5 million, played in the Portuguese league barely. I mean, once again, Porto buying a player and ruining him. Who would have thought it, eh? In my saves. It seems to be that happens all the time. Then went to Werder Bremen on a free transfer to play in the Bundesliga. Did actually play for them before making a move to Gladbach. So I think he's found his way to the very top of his career, I would say, at the very last part of it at 35 years old. So I'm glad he finally got the move for the big money, because he was just a great player for Tromsø. And this part of his career is just such a terrible decision from him, I would say. But here we go. This is massive. We're away at TPS. They're no mugs, as we know, but I still think we're the better side. And we have to prove that today. Come out here, get the result, and most importantly, just hope that HJK can show a bit of quality against SJK, do us a favour, win that game, and allow us a chance to go 4 points clear. Other game that kind of sticks in my craw a little bit is the 9-man game against Inter Turku. We should have turned that into a result, and it's little things like that potentially could cost us. But you never know. Vasanen, straight off the bat here, getting some lovely balls forward. Azike's already through. Oh, he's got one extra man. Good save from Cordova. Wow, he was just allowed all the way through there in the opening 2 minutes. In the past, we have been guilty a little bit of just slow to start matches. Today, we've shot right out of the traps in the opening 9 minutes, totally in control of this game, possibly could already be in front. Fortuna to Sek now. To Azike, lots of space. Again, Vasanen's through. Great touch out of his feet. It's a poor effort, really, but sort of botched a little bit by the goalkeeper. The defenders just cleared that into the crowd. There was no one near him. I still think, though, that this mismatch at the near post today, look at the size difference between Beckman. He looks like a dad bringing his small toddler to playgroup. Yet Jona Beckman is 5'4". Well, we've kind of faded out of this game. I'm going to try and focus a bit of play through the middle because our best chances have come there, and that's usually what I tend to do when we're just struggling for creativity. Kyräläinen, Matthew! Oh my God, what a save from Cordova. I think striking first is going to be so damn important. We can't afford to be coming from behind in this game now. Over the top again this time for Cletus Rama. Whips it through. Vasanen. So many bodies to pull this back for. Oh, Matthew! Yes! TPS 0, Larty 1. Austin Matthew has not scored many goals this season, only his 4th of the year, but that is a big one. Strike 1, Larty. Ever since we made that tiny tweet to go through the middle, like literally less than 10 minutes ago, we've just had chance after chance here. Rama to Azike. Could he pull it? Oh! What a goal! Ayobama Azike makes it 2-0 before half-time, and we have just turned up. I mean, that's huge. And the majority of those chances came right before half-time. Matthew and Azike give us a 2-goal advantage. Now, touch wood, we've not thrown away a 2-goal advantage yet this season. So that's something. We can actually show you it here. We moved 3 points clear with a 7-point goal difference advantage. Their game is still at 0-0, but if HJK were to find themselves a winner in that match, we could go 4 points clear, and just that extra point is just so key just because of goal difference and whatnot. Oh, 1-0 to SJK. This was, I mean, thank God we're winning, but that's not what we needed at all. Danny delivers. Should be an easy clearance, and it's... What are you talking about? I swear to God, if this ends up costing us the match in total, Neverline from the spot, this is ridiculous. The penalties in this league. I can't remember the last time I saw a penalty given that was actually for anything. Genuinely, for or against us. Well, suddenly this game just got a lot tighter out of nowhere for no reason, which is just typical of us. Azike's ball in. Koskinen! Good save again. We need that 3rd goal. With Ayu now. Vasanen, slip through the middle. Go on, Mikko. Wrap this up for us, buddy. Oh, and he has done. Mikko Vasanen. When he's called upon, boy oh boy does this man finish goals for us. 3-1 Larty. Surely that's our part of the game over, but it's still 1-0 in the other game. I think I might have saw 1-1. I think for a split second, I saw 1-1. I'm not sure. It might have been the game below that I saw. But I definitely saw a 1 on the left-hand side of the screen. I feel like if there's a goal, it would have showed up in the bottom left-hand corner at the moment. So I think I'm just imagining things, honestly. But what a thing to imagine that would be. Considering that our first choice strike force is absent for this game, we've done pretty well as Mikko Vasanen's through another time. Over the crossbar this time. Right, let's have a look. Yes! HJK have equalised! That was the goal I saw. 92nd minute penalty from Yes! Oh, that is massive. That is so big. A 92nd minute penalty has given HJK the equaliser against SJK and potentially handed us a 3-point lead with a goal difference advantage in the title race. That right there is massive. 3-1 Larty, but that isn't the full story. We were good in this game. The penalty was a weird one. It happens. Luckily, we responded. Matthew, Azike, and Vasanen doing a brilliant job. Honestly, with some of the rotation that was in this team, I think they did fantastically to come here and win so comfortably. To have to rely on slightly more unorthodox scorers. Fair play the guys, but more importantly, and I never thought I'd say this, fair play to HJK. 90s. I knew I saw something out of the corner of my eye. 92nd minute penalty from Mboko and Tumba gives HJK the leveler, and it allows us a 3-point advantage now with a 7 goal difference advantage as well. 5 matches, 3 points. And that's exactly what I wanted. They didn't lose, which, you know, would have been better, but the fact is, just a draw is good. That is genuinely awful news. Pekka Nyberg at 32 has just damaged his cruciate ligaments and is going to miss the rest of the season. And honestly, he wouldn't be back until April, the start of next year. And also, there's rumours that he might be completely retiring as a result of this. This would be awful. I love this guy. He's so reliable off the bench, and he's just a great captain. He's that crowbar you always want that will just get people to do what you want and rally behind you. And we've known that since the day we got here as well. As a quick note, we got the slightly short end of the straw when it comes to the draw, in the sense that we get to play 3 matches away from home and only 2 at home. Luckily, we at least get one of the big guys, HJK, at home, but SJK away is going to be very, very difficult indeed. So we got our youth intake, and I am disappointed. We were promised a 5-star youth intake with 3 A-rated player sections in it, and we've ended up with this. Now, admittedly, after what we got last year, we can hardly be too bothered, but it is still a massive letdown. Best player in the youth intake is Peter Hakkinen. Deep lying forward, hasn't really got any finishing abilities. Composure's okay. He's only 16, I suppose. Jumping reach is all right. No strength, though. Absolutely 0. Managed to get into the gym. Good teamwork. Passing and vision are okay. There's just not much more I can say about him. He's okay. That happens. Nartman's ball and Koskinen's header. Yari Koskinen. Wow, that's a surprise. Only his 2nd goal of the season. He's only in the squad today so that we can actually field the right team. It's 1-0 already at home. Oh, your move, SJK. Sarinen's ball through, and Pavalainen's in there, and that's just onside. We haven't scored a free kick like that in ages. It's 2-0, and it's both, well, very surprising goal scorers. We'll take it, though. 2-0 up. Another free kick? Surely not. Engstrom. Oh, he's been fouled. Miller Alfonso to put us 3-0 up in the first half here. Can he do so? Yes, he can. 3-0, and it's still 0-0 between SJK and KTP. This is big. 17th goal of the season for Afonso as well. SJK have scored. Afria with the goal. They go in front in their part of the game, and that's just what we didn't want, but at least we're doing our part and maintaining the gap as things stand. If KTP could find a late equaliser, it would be awesome, but at the moment, we're just trying to do our part. Oh, and Engstrom heads in a beautiful goal for 4-0 to FC Lahti. We're extending the goal difference gap, if nothing else as things stand. It's going to go up by another 3 to 10 points, or 10 goals. FC Lahti 4 into Turku 0. Obviously, 4 is very harsh. We've managed to really get it together today. The red card there for Tavala. Honestly, I think if he doesn't do that, then Vassanen's through for probably a 5th goal. So our goal difference is going to increase the gap, but unfortunately with SJK winning 1-0, they got that home win over the line, but we've matched them. We just have to keep matching them. An HJK side that once again lost and now moves 16 points and are officially out of the title race. They cannot possibly win the league from here. There is 4 matches to go, 3-point gap, 10 goal difference advantage for us though. So it's essentially, if we won 3 of our final 4 matches, we would be champions. And that's if SJK won 4 out of 4, depending on, you know, the goal difference swing. But a 10-point swing in that would be quite something to happen, I would say, in that period. Particularly if, you know, we would have to win 3 of those games. That would require us to lose one of those games by like 11 goals. So that looks good for us at the moment. Good to Bali, to Saarinen. Finds Matar Sek, bends a beauty, and it's hit the post, and it's come back to Austin Matthew. I don't know if he's onside or not. We'll find out. Matthew's went to a lovely little spot here. Pulls it back for Ayu. Brilliant effort. 2-0 up now with the rotated side, and now we could even rotate further during this match, potentially. SJK are winning their game, though. Latin gets half a yard to Matthew. Oh, to Opong on the box, and it's another goal. 3-0 here against Lask. Considering this is a midweek rotated squad, we are really making light work of the Europa Conference League at the moment. Extra money as well. Are you slipping it through for Koskinen? He might not be able to shoot from there. Oh my god, he has, and it's 4. It's 4-0. Well, that was a little bit unexpected. FC Lahti 4, Lask 0. Matthew, Ayu, Opong, and then a late one for Koskinen really gets that over the line. Ayu had a brilliant day out there as well. So I rotated quite a fair bit to keep players like Kuralainen fit, although he came off the bench late on in this one. And of course, to shake the strike force up a little, keep that sort of stuff going, rest out the likes of Mohamed Adams as well. And just to make sure we had a really fresh side for the SJK game. And I'm hoping that's going to help us, particularly as we've won. They've also won though. So here we go. Away at SJK, the title battle is on. I think if we came here and win, it'll be a 6-point gap with 3 matches to go and pretty much handers it to us. However, Saarinen's through, and he's already given us the lead. Sorely Saarinen inside 7 minutes. I was just doing some prep work there. Popped over the top for him, and well, that is such an important goal. If we just don't lose, they have to come at us, and it will allow us spaces in behind. Afonso, Koskinen again, pops it over the top for Saarinen. He's in again, and he's nearly scored twice. What on earth? Iftich. Oh no, not like this. Not like this. Apparently like this. This is how we're going to lose the title, with one of those stupid balls over the top that the defender just misses for no reason. That's their first shot on target. Well, I mean, in the end, honestly, a draw is probably a fair result. Can't really argue with that. They really did throw stuff at us in the second half, but I just wish we hadn't given them their equaliser. We just handed them their equaliser there, and that is unforgivably bad from Diop. He had a good game other than that, but that was just shocking play. And it felt like that was the catalyst after that, getting that goal. They just were all over us in the second half. We really had very few chances after that. Our morale isn't going to be too harmed by that, which is the main thing. We go 25 unbeaten in all competitions as well. And most importantly, we get through one of the 2 massively tough games without losing or dropping any ground to SJK. And that makes their life just as hard as it makes ours. Because as you can see here, gap is still 3 points, 10 plus goal difference, and 3 matches left to spare. Oh, I think this is the thing. We're now in a position where if we just win the 2 matches that aren't the HJK game, we will be champions. And that's what that's the position I wanted to get us into. We still have to win them, which is obviously going to be tough, but they are against 4th and 5th place. So it still feels like it's doable for us, right? This match day now is enormous. We play away at KTP, but it's the other game that's, if anything, more important if we can do our job. SJK and HJK host, well, HJK host SJK. If they win and we win, we could be all but champions, but not quite. Pops it around the side for Kuralainen. It's nice to see him back in the side. Adams around the side for Miller Afonso, and he scored. It's KTP 0, FC Lahti 1, Miller Afonso. We move 1 step closer to that title with the other game. We could move 5 clear as things stand. And HJK have taken the lead. It is 1-0. Petr Kozak. The gap is now currently up to 6 points. But it's still very early days in both games. But both things that we need to have happen are going in our favour at the moment. But we don't want to concede an equaliser here or something silly like that. So that can still happen. What a goal. Simu Haritu with the equaliser for KTP. And just as I was saying that, we've got a hole to dig ourselves out of. Come on, lads, not now. Kuralainen pops it around the side for Mohamed Adams. And he's already fired us back in front again. Literally within 5 minutes, Mohamed Adams is the 11th goal of the season. Lovely assist from Yoni Kuralainen. Lovely to have him back in there. And it's 2-1 again. Again, we know there's a lot of work still to be done, but there's also a lot of work to be done elsewhere. As Miller Afonso's bursting through on goal, he's thinking, look, it's 3-1. It's 3-1 in half an hour. 19th goal of the season for Miller Afonso, and we are tearing them apart through the middle, even with our current strategy. This is brilliant. It's 1-0 to HJK, and as the result, the gap would stretch to 6 with 2 points to go. But basically, we would be champions effectively if we won here and they lost. We wouldn't actually be crowned champions, but we would, for all intents and purposes, be champions of Finland if things stay as they are. And honestly, they need 2 goals. I really think that they need 2 goals in the second half, and well, maybe even for us to concede 2 goals. They found 1 goal. Tanilla with the equaliser for HJK. Another in front. Literally in the space of 3 minutes, they've turned it around. Oh my lord. It's an equaliser. Kozak finds the equaliser for HJK. It's 2-2 there now. My god. What a game. If they can hang on for the draw, HJK, which they currently are, and I think they have, I think it's going to be 2-2 there. We've won 3-1 away from home. Thoroughly deserved. Afonso and Adams' goals. Brilliant stuff there. Absolute screaming from Haritu, massive credit, but that 2-2 draw is huge because it means that the gap is 5. We're not champions. We are not even like champions elect because that extra point is such a key difference. If they won their final 2 matches and we lost both, which could still happen as they've now played against both us and HJK, I expect that they will win their final 2 games. We still have to play against HJK. All we need though from our final 2 matches is a single point. That is going to be very, very interesting, which is why I think we're going to come back and do the next game against HJK as a sort of proper live com in the middle so that we can really drink it all in, just in case we do win the title, you know? I wouldn't want to win it in sort of off camera. This is a damn good spot for a free kick for Austin Matthew. He can hit these, and boy, can he, and it's 1-0. EK Sirius 0, Larty 1. They started this game extremely well, but we have somehow continued to pull out the form despite resting players again. There is 10 seconds left in this game, and we're winning away from home. Do not screw this up now, lads. This could be a bad one for confidence if it was to go in. No! You let them go all the way through. That is a joke. Literally the last kick of the game and they find the equaliser. That is so undeserved. Literally the last kick of the match. We were running through them like raging bulls in that game for most of it. The problem was we go through on goal and every single shot was wide. Oh, dearie me. That's such a shame. The worst thing about that is as well, that was going to be great for morale to get an away win in Europe there against a team like EK Sirius, who are no mugs. Well, here we are then. This is potentially Judgment Day in many respects, because if we win, we are champions. If we draw, we're basically champions. Mathematically, not technically, but we would be. If SJK do anything other than win, we're champions. Lots of changes will be required. Biggest issue is a few tired players, including the likes of Koulibaly, but again, we have an international break after this match, so just getting through the game, I think, is more important right now. This midfield as well, what are we doing there? I think I'd rather have Koskinen in there. Let's be honest though, we still have a hell of a chance in the fact that even if things were to somehow go tits up today and we lost and SJK won, we would still have that final day of the season game against KUPS, and all we'd need from that is a draw. But I don't really want to have to rely on that. I want to really push this and go the rest of the season unbeaten too. We've managed to draw 1-1 in every single match against the big two, except for that one game against SJK earlier this season. I think that really will be what wins us the title if we were to win the title. Just not dropping points to our rivals, or at least not dropping ground to them. Good chance for Pavalainen from the edge of the area, and he scored! It's a great free kick from Marco Pavalainen, and we lead against HJK, a massive derby which could see us win the title against our biggest rivals. 1-0 to SJK. Desmond Afrey, 1-0. Okay. So stuff is happening elsewhere as well. To Azike. Oh, this is some nice football. Adams just needs that one good pass. Around the side, it's Miller Afonso. Could he wrap up the match? No. Good save. I say wrap up the match. It's 32 minutes in. They're allowing so much space for our defenders. Kuralainen now. He just has to drill this for Maget Traore. Oh, he doesn't though, but Adams might. Oh, Traore with the flick on, nearly on goal. I'm in half-time, and this reminds me a lot of the SJK game where we dominated them for the first half and they had no shots on target. We're in total control of possession. We are doing everything right. Pavalainen has a 100% pass completion in that first half and the so-called winning goal currently. And elsewhere, you can see, of course, 2-0 SJK, an own goal and a goal for Afrey give them that lead, but it doesn't matter at the moment as the gap is still 5 points if we hold on to the win. Completely in a blind alley, but still finds Afonso. There's just no pressure on the midfield. Kuralainen whips an early ball in. Traore's in there, it's 2-0. That's surely going to be the title. Come on! Maget Traore, 20 goals this season, and more importantly, it's his first goal, I think, for 7 matches or something. We've managed this game utterly perfectly. I think HJK are not used to their new manager yet, and it's clearly showing today. They've not really been able to muster any kind of attacking threat in the game. I don't think they've even had a shot on target yet. They might do now, though, with Espinosa, and it's a great start from Kante. What a god. He's been part of the reason, I think, for our success this season. We can just keep playing Patakate with the ball. Traore now on the ball. To Koulibaly. Now he fancies something. Afonso, Traore, back to Koulibaly. Go on, one more to really kill this off. Azike, first time effort, tipped over the bar. Kuralainen, oh, that's a great chance. And Fortuna's header is over the bar as well. This is our best performance against any of the big sides, ever. Suraka's ball through. Espinosa probably will catch this, but I mean, it's up against Conte. Oh, it doesn't matter. Espinosa does get one back. Alejandro Espinosa. unfortunate and a bit unfair, but it is what it is. It's a great finish. It's 4-0 to SJK in their other match. They are doing everything they possibly can to deny us the chance to win the title. But if we can just survive the next 4 minutes of this match, we will be not just champions because of some weird glitch. We will actually, I say glitch, you know what I mean? Like in terms of mathematics and stuff, we will be actually official, proper, bona fide champions as a Z-Taste throw, and a ZK makes it 3-1, kills it off, and with that we are going to be champions of Finland for the first time in the club's history. Yes, I hope we get a trophy celebration, because we didn't get that last time for some reason, and I wonder if it's because of splitting leagues, but we will see. Hopefully this time around we do get it. They threw bodies forward. Adams again with the incisive pass. He is someone I would love to sign for a future club. Adams is a absolute gem. And not only that, we're going to be champions. There's Bender Cox coming through for HJK. So what a tackle. He didn't even need to make that tackle. The game's about to expire. Even if we conceded there, it wouldn't have mattered. But what about that from Fortuna, I think it was? Just throwing a body on the line to make sure that we got away with the 3-1 victory. And surely that's going to do it for us here. Why are we still playing? We're in the 96th minute of 94 now. There we go. That's going to be us, champions of Finland. Please at least show me the... Why? Why is there no trophy celebration? Is it balked in leagues that do a split? Because it feels like every time I've managed in a league that splits halfway through, I've not had a trophy celebration when we've won the league. That's a little bit annoying. There we have it. With 1 match to go, we are 5 points clear, and we are champions of Finland. They may have won 4-0 against KUPS, but it makes absolutely zero difference because we've done the business. Imagine if we lost at SJK. That could have been such a devastating moment for us if we'd somehow lost that game, because we'd have 60 points right now and they'd have 50-bloody-9, and going into that final day of the season we would have to win. But now we can just relax ourselves, focus on the final European games, and see where we end up at that point. There we go. Do the double as well. We won the cup and the league as well. I'm really proud of that. Complete side note, but one thing I would be tempted to do is similar to what we did prior. If we were to get out of, say, our Europa Conference League group, was to actually stay at the club a tiny little bit longer and see how far we go in the European knockouts after Christmas, but then sort of bridge that into the job hunt video at the same time as Traore slots us in front here at KUPS. Oh, he's found his goal scoring forms and I want to finish with a win. But yeah, that's probably what we might do depending on where we finish in the European stuff. Bundle that into because there's no way we'll go that far in Europe, but it would be quite fun to see how far this team actually can go before we embark on the job hunt, but do it in the same video so we get to do the job hunt as well, because obviously the job hunt won't be quite so expansive given that we know that we are going to get to go to Iceland, which I'm excited about. I think we are going to be able to visit every single league and maybe at least win every single title, which would be kind of fun. Lovely news. We end up finishing the season with a 1-0 victory away from home, and honestly, a very fortunate win. They had a golden chance towards the end of the match where we got dispossessed and an open goal which they missed. So there we go. We do manage to finish the season with just a 1 defeat out of 27 matches in the league. 1 defeat. I'm amazed by these guys. And that game we didn't even deserve to lose. That was the Ekenes game where we lost 1-0 out of nowhere. Mad. What a season. So here's your final league table. 5 points clear at the top, 64 points for FC Lahti this season. We finished 19 clear of HJK, and of course 5 clear in the end of SJK. What a year it's been. Ilves did manage to pick up a couple of extra victories, but Ekenes fall in at the last second as Musa and Salama survive. Big up them. Traore with 18 goals, top scorer in the league. Very happy with that. He had a little bit of a mishap towards the end of the season, but he managed to get some key goals, particularly in that game against, I think it was against HJK actually, wasn't it? So what a year. Plus 44, only 1 defeat. 1 defeat, and it was to these guys. And also, statistically, we just about deserve to be... 5 points clear is obviously nonsense, but the fact is, we were the best side this season, and Conte, -8 on the goals conceded is genuinely astonishing. So now, of course, we've got to get our heads down and get through the final 4 European matches of this group. Now, as I said in the KUPS game, I'm tempted to, if we were to progress, start off in the next video, instead of with the job hunt there, with us doing a bit of European stuff. No, like transfer stuff. We would just go with the same squad and see what happens, really, as far as European stuff after Christmas. And then, of course, yeah, then do the job hunt straight after that. Because I feel like this team, I don't know, they intrigue me enough that I want to see what would happen in Europe. Now, obviously, we could still go out of Europe from now. But the thing is, we now have 4 matches with no interruptions. We can just focus on Europe for the next 4 games. I don't know. I think we could do something here. Ayu again, runners inside. Kurulainen has to find one of them, surely. There's so many pass options on. One of them is Ayu. Good first touch. Great finish, and it's 1-0. We lead at the Maracanã. It's Red Star 0, Lahti 1. Ayu with the goal. Kurulainen with the assist. And wow, the European train keeps on a rolling. Bit out of position, but Traore's got it down. Puts it back inside for... Oh, it's a lovely ball. And Matar Sek with the finish. My goodness me. At the moment, honestly, it seems like our European campaign has the momentum of a runaway freight train. Why are we so popular? Traore now. Runners again. Ayu's in. Oh, surely not 3. Oh, it's easy. It's easy. Gabriel Ayu, 3-0 up away at Red Star. What on earth is this team? Matthew slips it through. Adams fresh off the bench now to come in and try to... I mean, he's drilled us a 4th goal in. 12 goals. What a player he is. I would really love to bring him to our Swedish club when we get there, if he's still around, or available, if you like. Straightforward as can be. Obviously didn't deserve to win this 4-0. They were actually not bad. Conte had an absolute blinder of a game, to be fair. 2 for I, 1 for Sec, 1 for Adams. Really strong performance. 7 points on the board already. Top of our group. Sirius dropped some points too, which really helped. And we should have won there as well. We look really strong. Sec. Alfonso round the side for Maget Traore. Great first touch. Round the goalkeeper. 1-0. Come on, what a start. We've been brilliant so far. Alfonso over the top for Traore, using that pace again. Is he just on one in Europe at the moment? Yes, he is. It's 2. Wow. Maget Traore up to 23. He could get that 25 goal mark if he keeps on like this in Europe. He's really found something now. Oh, Curulainen just shakes his man off brilliantly. Half yard for the cross. Ball in. Oh, if this turns into a goal, which it probably will, as Sec scores another one. 3-0 in the first half. He scored 2 goals for us this season. They've both been against Red Star. Curulainen out on the right-hand side. What's he thinking this time? Adams could just ping this potentially. Curulainen back to him. Drops it short. Traore's in there and it's another goal. I don't know if he's onside or not this time, but it is 4-0 for now. Does he fancy a 4th one? Maybe? Yes, he does. It's 4 assists in the same game for Miller Afonso, and Adams now scores, and it's 5-0. I think we'll take that as a result. They played that narrow system, and when you do that against us and we dominate the wide areas, it was just game, set, match from day one. I mean, Traore with the hat-trick, Matar Sec, and Adams with the goals. Afonso got 4 assists in this game as well. This was just a demolition job. I mean, I'm on level with you. I don't know how we didn't win that game. Just domination. 12 shots on target, 25 shots, really grouped into a lovely area, but just taking great chances, and their keeper was just equal to everything. And with Sirius winning, it's now head-to-head, basically. Final day game will decide who wins this group. If we win, even if we draw, if it's the right result, it could still win us the group. But at the moment, we're going to probably still have to win, because this group is now neck and neck, but we are through to the next round. Oh, this gets feisty now. Winding ourselves up a little bit, slipping a... Okay, that's a strange pass, but it's found Curulainen, ball in, and Afonso gets on the end of it. That is some goal. Curulainen with a cross of dreams, and Afonso with his 20th of the season gives us the lead and a chance to win the group. Mars round the side now. Moreira versus Conte. He's not going to be able to keep that out, and he isn't. Right, okay, this gets interesting now, because at 1-1, we still go through because of the goal difference, because the head-to-heads are level. That's a real bad piece of play. I don't know how Diop's been out-jumped there. Moreira's through, and he's scored, and I don't understand this. Diop should be winning that. He's 6'6" for crying out loud. It's 2-1 to Sirius. Are you serious? Well, there we have it. A very narrow game ends in a 2-1 defeat. We were ahead at half-time, doing well, and then we lost it, and now we're going to come second in the... That's such a shame, because we didn't deserve to not win the first match against them, and that's the most annoying thing about it. It's also our first defeat in about 28 matches or something. I was really hoping we could finish off the season unbeaten entirely, but now we're going to come second in the group. That's a real shame. We were better than that. We should have won this group. Absolutely hilarious. Just the stupidity in this game makes me livid sometimes. Just to clarify, I just told the team that we'd win the title. You know, having just won the title by 5 points, and why are you putting all that pressure on us? It's not fair. Sorry, what? Grow up. Are you serious? Oh, I just told them that we should reach the knockout rounds of the Conference League, which we've just done, and it's supposed to count for this season, and they've just told me it's too ambitious. We've just done it. So here's the draw for the knockout round, which we shouldn't really be playing in, but that's just how life goes. That's of course if you guys want to see the knockout games before we actually leave the club and sort of just see what happens in Europe before we leave and do the job hunt. They'll be in the same video though. So I mean, there's some crazy good sides in here. We can't get SJK. Just do it. Show me what you got. Fenerbahce. I don't know. I feel like we could give them a game. We shouldn't be in this position, but we are. And, well, SJK are going to get mugged at least. So there's that, I suppose. We got that in our tank. And we lost to EK Sirius. If we hadn't lost to EK Sirius, we'd have gone unbeaten at home all season. So what a run that was. And what a season it's been. What a time it's been at FC Lahti so quickly to get this team to be where it is. I'm very pleased with the lads and very, very pleased with ourselves. So let me know what you want to see in the next episode, whether it's because I would quite like to show you that at least, even if it is only one round, and then do the job hunt stuff after that, because the fact is, it's probably not going to be that... There's not going to be that many jobs available in Iceland, so we're not going to be looking for jobs forever, I wouldn't have imagined. And even if we are, I can cut that down. But that's all to look forward to in the next episode. So if you have enjoyed our time over in Finland, even though it has been insanely short, but we have accomplished what we want to accomplish, then drop a like on the video. If we could get to 300, maybe even 4, that'd be just lovely of you. It really does help other people find the content. And yeah, if you have enjoyed it, and yeah, this is your first experience of it, then hey, drop a subscribble. That would be lovely too. I stream on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tomorrow, by the way, very important, it's the Champions League final with Treaty United against Chelsea. It's the 3rd time we've played them in the Champions League final, and we've not beaten them yet. Tomorrow, hopefully, will be the day that changes. So do tune in for that tomorrow at 11 AM over on Twitch. Follow now if you haven't already. Anyway, I'll see you guys very soon. Hold your gun. Capybara. Bye-bye.